now. Welcome home.
Today we're speedrunning Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. Now the speedrun starts as soon as we gain control of our player, and right away we want to be really fast since we have to make a cycle. So we're going to go hop over here and slowly open up this door. Then once we're able to get down here, we can grab that, pull ourselves up, and here's the cycle we have to make. We have to jump on this blue thing before it goes all the way up, and then we can jump on the other thing. And once that raises up a bit, we can make our way to the next section. Here we want to crouch down, go to this door right over to the left, and there's another cycle we have to make. So again, we have to be pretty fast here. Where at this section, these things are going to collapse, and if we weren't fast enough, that would have killed us. So we can make that, wait for them to come back up, jump on those, and right over here we can see that Catnap is pulling himself up. It kind of looks hilarious, but we're just going to keep going on our way. We don't really have to worry about him right now. He's just going to be kind of a goofy guy. And we'll be making our way over to this vent where we can exit right there, and we have to collect 2 batteries. One is going to be over to the left, and the other one will be in this closet, which we can place both of those right there before using our hand, and that's going to open this first door. Now we're just heading through here. We're going to start hearing a phone call, but before we can answer that, we got to get some electricity, and then we can answer it, which is going to be Ollie. Ollie is basically one of our companion people who helps us out a little bit through the game, and right here, he's going to give us a battery, so we can pick up that before going over to the door, since that's going to open it up. Now, he's just going to talk a lot, and it's a little annoying, but you know, we're just going to play our game, and we can make our way through all this destroyed stuff over towards the security door, and we're going to ignore everything going on here, just opening up a couple doors, trying to do it from far away so we can save some time before moving this puzzle thing. What we have to do is get some more electricity, and connecting all of that will open up that door, and now we can go over to the gondola. But before we do that, we have to press both of these switches. We'll just get that done right there. That'll open up the door and cause a little loading screen. Now once that's done, we just have to move forward a tiny bit, and we get a cutscene. But after a couple minutes, Elliot Ludwig is finally done talking to us. He's a little annoying. And we can actually go into the main area of this place where Ollie's gonna be talking to us again, being annoying yet again. But hey, at least he tells us what to do, like going into this section. We're gonna trigger that by going over to the tube, and then we can grab a key. And these keys will allow us to go to different places in Playcare. Like this first one, we can just head through this, going through the grass, and there's going to be a door right here, which is going to be our main power area. So we're going to want to walk into this section, and it's going to be another loading screen. Now once that one's done, we can see my favorite character, Meow 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 Meow, Buzz Buzz. I love Catbee. I hope we get to see them in the actual game, but we're going to be heading over to the left, and here we're going to take this battery. Now, if you've watched speedruns, you know that there is one where you can actually skip pretty much the entire game and go straight to the boss fight by using some weird glitches. But for this speedrun, we're going to do it glitchless, so we actually get to see the whole game. And that means we're going to be taking the regular path, like getting this purple hand, which allows us to do some cool platforming by hitting our hand against these platforms. It lets us do long jumps, and it's pretty cool. Then right here, we're going to want to grab this, bring it over. There's all this red mist. I don't really know if that is mist or actually blood. Kind of looks terrifying, but we have to use this platform. We'll move it over, and we don't want to move it one more time, so we'll get the perfect jump straight over here so we can save a tiny bit of time before another puzzle. We have to move these guys. We're going to connect them together, and the other one is going to go over towards that light before we push ourselves up, and we can grab this one first and then put our hand right in there, which is going to connect everything that needs to be connected. That's the first part done. So we're going to move that light over there and this one to connect to that before basically doing the same thing, just the other way around. And that's going to get the other light. So now we can just cross past here and wait a tiny bit for this door to open up. And once that's done, we're going to want to try to turn on the main power machine, which we're going to wait here until we see that this is online, and then we're going to start moving backwards. And that's because if you go too fast here, you're actually going to cause the game to get messed up, and we need the power to turn off before we make it to the next loading screen. But anyways, this is now going to go totally dark, and the entire play care is also dark, so yeah, scary time. But we know exactly where we need to go. We're going straight over to the main central building here, and we'll go back to the tube, where this is going to give us our next key. Then from here, we're going to want to head over to the left, over on our way to this building, which we can open up since we have the new key. And as soon as we make it down these stairs, we're going to open this door, get a tiny loading screen. But this is going to put us in the next section where we go straight into the red mist, and now we're hallucinating. So yeah, this is the first hallucination part where we don't have our hands anymore and all we can do is run. Now, one really important thing about this part is we cannot let go of the run button, otherwise it's going to force us to walk. It's supposed to be a scary part where it's nice and dark, there's all these scratch marks on there, you hear a radio, and tons of weird things are happening, but we're pretty much just going through. I'm not gonna worry about any of this, I'm just trying to speedrun until we make it over to this phone call, and then we're gonna hear Ollie who tells us to run. We also see Catnap for a second, so that's kind of terrifying. He was just peering his way in. But you know, not my problem. We're gonna continue running on our way. Yeah, I cannot imagine being this person. They go through so much stuff. Like, what is that? That face looks terrifying. And we see Catnap just at the end of the hall walking through. I do not want to be here. But you know, I guess that's just what we gotta do. What we're gonna do right here, by the way, is turn around twice. We go the first time and then... jump scare with Kissy Missy right here where she goes and grabs us. But thankfully Poppy is also here, so Poppy tells Kissy Missy, no, you don't gotta do that. And here we're gonna learn that they're our friends. It's kind of adorable, those two together. I love it. But Poppy right here is gonna press a lever. That's gonna give us a new platform to go up. And we see that Kissy Missy is very anxious right here. I actually love how expressive they made her, but it's just time for a little bit of a lore dump. Yeah, Poppy unfortunately does not value my speedrun time that much, but one thing we can do to speed this up a bit is press that button before we make it to the top. Then we have to head out here. Now as soon as Kissy Missy is gonna go and sit down, we can actually get on top of these bars and make it out of there just slightly earlier So Poppy's still talking to us, but we're far gone. Now right here, we're gonna grab this, which is going to allow us to bring some electricity over towards the main building. And yeah, Poppy is still talking to us, like I'm even listening to her. It's also kind of funny because Ollie is talking at the same time, just over Poppy. Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to do this, but I'm speedrunning and we get another key. So from here, now we're gonna head over to the school building. And this place is pretty scary, at least when you're doing your first playthrough. Obviously, we're a little bit better since I have an idea of what to do. So right away, there are going to be a couple doors where we have to grab some electricity and also get some batteries. Ollie's talking to us for a while, don't worry, he'll be gone soon, but we're going to grab this electricity first so we can go through here. And after that, we just walk through this building until we open that door where there's going to be our first battery. I'm going to want to come over into this section now, and we're just going to leave the battery there for now, where we see her. Yeah, Miss Delight is just going to be walking through the entire hallway trying to attack us, and she also remembers us. So yeah, she's a bit scary, but you know, we don't have to worry about her, at least not yet. What we're gonna do is go through these vents and then hop down here where there's gonna be another battery before pulling ourselves up, then continuing our way through the vent until we pop out the other side and we can place one of the batteries right there, the other right there, and that's going to allow us to get electricity for our hand, which we can use to make it over into the next section, open up that gate. But before we can continue, there is going to be Miss Delight just walking through. Yeah, she is definitely an interesting character, but we can make our way over into here, and there are so many solutions that are solved by just looking up. So many times it's just look up and that's what you have to do. But hey, I'm not complaining, we're making our way through. And as soon as we make it through the vent into this room, you can see that Miss Delight is very much not happy like us. She's saying we're like the other humans and she wonders if our screams are like them too. But still, what we're gonna do here is grab this power, and as soon as we do that, Miss Delight is gonna bust through the door and she is angry. So how she works is as long as you're looking at her, she's not gonna be able to walk. But we're not really worrying about that since we have the exact path we have to go. What we're gonna do is use that battery, then take it again, and we're just able to make it away from her. She's not that fast, so as long as we're going the right path, we should be fine. I'm gonna wanna take this electricity hand, we can use it on that one. And this entire time, we wanna make sure that we keep this battery since it's gonna be really important. Now we'll make it through this classroom. Miss Delight is somewhere. It's kind of terrifying not knowing where she is. But hey, I'm just trying to go fast. As long as we play well, she probably won't kill us. And we're gonna wanna make sure that we actually take this electricity back after we make our way through the gate, go through this classroom, and then on this side, there is gonna be another one of these where we have to use some electricity. And finally, we make it over to the ending section where what we wanna do here is get a couple of different things of electricity. We'll do one for the left side, one over for the right side, and we'll take one more of these to go with us because you'll see that there's that light at the top. Then we can take this other battery, put one of the batteries to the left, one to the right, and yeah, Miss Delight is nowhere to be found, but then she teleports. Yeah, this game really doesn't want